Hey guys, it's me, Jay. Yeah, I'd like to do a video on the Sith Troopers from the new Star Wars that's coming out in December. Yeah, these guys seem pretty cool. They're all inbred, and they appear to be some new invention by um, J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio. You had the regular stormtroopers from the movies in the '70s. Then you had the Death Troopers from Rogue One, and then you had the Mud Troopers from Solo movie, and now you have the um the Sith Troopers, and now of course you also have the Clone Troopers. The Clone Troopers were the originals, and that was from Attack of the Clones, and they were the good guys, as you guys know. Um, but I'm just really looking forward to this film. Uh, because I'm a big Star Wars fan. I've been a big Star Wars fan since I was a kid, and yeah, I want to see how they're gonna end this. Is Rey gonna be a Skywalker? Is she gonna be um is she gonna be a Solo? Is she gonna be a Kenobi? Or is she not gonna have? Or is Kylo Ren gonna be right, and she's not gonna have any connection to anybody in the original trilogy or in the prequel trilogy, and she's just gonna be her own person. And what's gonna happen with Raylo? The relationship of Kylo Ren and Ray. Obviously, if it's his cousin or his sister, they're not gonna go the romantic route. But if it's not, if she's um, just a person a regular person on Jakku who her parents left her with Angkor Plutt, and she now um she now lives there, then you know then they can pursue a romantic relationship. Obviously, they're always faking us out because in The Force Awakens, it appeared like her and John Boyega, Finn's character, were gonna have a romantic relationship, but they turned out to be just better friends because they barely interacted with each other in The Last Jedi. And, he was mostly with Rose, she was mostly with Kylo. But Star Wars is known for doing that because if you look at the original trilogy, before it was revealed that Luke and Leia was brother and sister, it looked like from the first movie, the original Star Wars, A New Hope, that he and Leia and Luke were gonna end up together, but obviously Leia ended up with Han Solo. And even in the prequel trilogy, even though we all knew the ending that Anakin had to have kids and he had to end up with somebody, Padme was way older than Anakin in The Phantom Menace. Um, and they ended up together, later on. So Raylo is an interesting dynamic because you have Ray on the light side, Kylo on the dark, and now, as it stands now, Kylo is the boss of um the boss of the First Order because Snoke is dead. We don't know if Snoke will come back in 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 the last Jedi. I mean, I'm in the Rise of Skywalker. We don't know if he'll come back. I hope he does because that will open a window for possibly the redemption of Kylo. Now, people don't want to really see the redemption because they're like, "Oh well, we've already seen that with Darth Vader. Darth Vader was good, and then he redeemed himself in the Return of the Jedi in Episode 6, and that was that." But um, you know, what if Rey turns to the dark side? We never seen a turn. Well, like we saw a turn with Anakin. Well, we all knew Anakin becomes Darth Vader. Like just from the original trilogy, we already knew that. So that was no big shock to anyone. That Anakin Anakin turned to become a Sith, but with Rey, it would be interesting to see. Okay, Rey starts her journey off as good, but makes the wrong choices, unlike Luke, and takes the path that Luke didn't take. Because we can see with Luke, this is one of the things that I liked about the Last Jedi. That a lot of people didn't. I enjoyed this aspect of it. Was that he he's conflicted because on the one hand he doesn't want to, when he tries to kill his nephew, he doesn't want to kill his nephew and then have his nephew um start up the Sith again and start up the Empire, you know. But on the other hand, he doesn't want to really kill anyone because he didn't even want to kill his own or fight his own father when Yoda and Obi-Wan wanted him to fight his father in Episode 6. So that's just not the kind of person that Luke really is. That's why people said, "Well, it's not my Luke," you know, when it came to the decisions he had to make in The Last Jedi. And it was like, okay, Luke is human too. He might be a Jedi, he might be this master Jedi, but he is still human. And it's just like Yoda said, there's there's wisdom in our failings as human beings. So Luke failed to train Kylo Ren, and he found wisdom in his failure. Just as his mom failed to bring him to the light side, his dad, Han Solo. And we see with Kylo too, he's conflicted because even though he killed Han, he did something that Luke didn't do. Luke didn't kill his father. He's conflicted. So it's not like when Anakin was trying to kill Obi-Wan. They weren't father and son, but they were kind of like father and son. And Anakin didn't feel conflicted at all for the stuff he had to do. He killed the Count Dooku. He killed the younglings. He didn't, the Neimoidians. He killed them. And he didn't feel conflicted at all. But with Ben Solo, he felt conflicted. Because of the pull to the light. And what about Palpatine? Palpatine is probably the master of it all because we know that as Luke said in the trailer for Rise of Skywalker, nobody's ever truly gone. So if that's true about Anakin and that's true about himself, Luke, and that's true about good, the good people like Anakin, Yoda, Obi-Wan. That's also probably true about Anakin's evil side, Darth Vader, and also for Sidious. So in regards to the Death Troopers, I hope they have better aim than the regular Stormtroopers. But my whole thing of loving Star Wars since the beginning, since I first saw the movies in the 90s, because I wasn't alive in 1977 when the original came out. But when I first saw the movies in the 90s when they were remastered, was the family interaction between the Solos and the Skywalkers and the family and the drama that goes on in the political arena between the rebels and the resistance and the empire and the first order was not peace.